remember how I found you? There was blood all over your hands.
Gary's blood?
Next Wednesday.
Are we friends? It could be retrograde amnesia. He may never recover certain memories.
You're saying Gary has no memory of who stabbed him?
That means I did it! That means I did it, Jordan!
Desperate times.
It was a video. She tried to delete it. I uploaded it to the cloud.
Not a sex scene!
Call for desperate measures.
What is this about?
Agent Watt wants to interview Penelope. I want you to represent her.
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
Well, folks, we got one heck of a trailer for next week's episode. I mean, I can't believe it, but I actually have pretty much about 80% of a notebook page filled with notes for this trailer, which has been pretty uncommon because typically these trailers are uneventful. There might be one or two things that make you go, but then when the episode airs, it's nothing. But this time around, it seems like we are finally picking up the pace. I guess it's because the penultimate episode, aka episode 10, along with the mid-season finale, are right around the corner. So this is the trailer breakdown for season 8, episode 9, entitled Missing Pieces. Zach learns information that can add a new suspect to the list of those who may have stabbed Gary. Penelope reveals to Jordan a condition she's been dealing with, possibly brought on by the trauma she's endured. Oh man, so let's get into this thing. Oh yeah, and before doing a deep dive, hey, thanks for helping these trailer breakdowns do well. Typically getting over 10,000 views per trailer breakdown each week. And in order to help the channel continue to rise, make sure you hit that thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe as we get closer to 290,000 subscribers. Follow me on social media, links are in the description below, and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you're up to date whenever I post content. And also, the live stream last night went great. A lot of people told me they got notifications, so I'm glad it went well. So once again, hit the notification bell. That way when I post new content or go live, you are notified. So it looks like we pick up where we left off in the vehicle of the Penelope's vehicle in the parking garage of the hospital, which looks... It looks like the one at the law firm. Seriously, for a minute, I'm like, wait a minute. Is Penelope stalking Andy's job or something? But no, it's the hospital parking lot. And Jordan is confronting his sister about, being at the hospital. It's like, you don't remember how I found you? I can't remember, Jordan. There was blood all over your hands. Gary's blood? Gary's blood? That means I did it. Okay. The cliffhanger ending had me going, oh my gosh, she did it. But now I'm just thinking like, I don't know if she did it. I know it seems like Jeremy. Come on, man. Are you just mad it wasn't Jasmine? That has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about the fact that if you go back to the scene, the final scene, the cliffhanger of season 7, when Andy walked in and saw Gary with the knife in his chest, there were no like bloody handprints, fingerprints, nothing on the floor, nothing on the door, assuming that door was the only entrance and exit into that back room he was in. I don't buy it. No, it doesn't work. Because if you look at the way the knife was positioned, there was some blood on his shirt, but it wasn't even that much. The way that, Jordan said there was blood all over your hands, that was either one or two options. Either A, she stabbed him, but then again, I'm like, if I took a knife and I stabbed a person, how would I get blood on my hands? Unless, I attempted, oh my God, what did I just do? Let me get this knife out of him. Let me try to get CPR or resuscitate him. I don't see how I would have blood on my hands. Secondly, maybe she did show up and like Andy, the stabbing had already taken place and then she tried to help Gary, but couldn't do anything. She was in shock. She would have bloody hands, but again, there were no indication. There were no signs of any sort of struggle or bloody splatters or fingerprints or anything at the scene of the crime. So I'm just sitting here like, it's not adding up whatsoever. Because if there was indeed blood all over her hands, that would imply she got blood on the handle of the knife. And as we can see by the cliffhanger, there was no blood on the knife, the knife handle. So I think it could be something else. I mean, the condition she's dealing with is like, what is it called? Dissociative identity disorder or something. What's it called? Like DID. Look, I'm a Yu Yu Hakusho fan. I know Sensui had that where he had like 7 different personalities. It's really a thing of repression. It's like if one personality did something, then you have another personality to cope. It's like, well, hey, my backup personality did it. It wasn't me, or something like that. And not to mention, yeah, she could definitely be in shock. This could explain her irrational behavior lately. So that is possibly it. Maybe, sort of. I don't know. Now, that leads to another scene where at the penthouse, Jordan and Penelope show up, and Andy's like, what's this about? Agent Watt wants to interview Penelope. I want you to represent her. And if you watched my live stream last night, you know I went all the way off. Hell no. Hell to the no. No. No, 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 no. No. Heck no. 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 After how Penelope... Look, I am not vouching for Andy. I am not defending Andy because she's been moving too shady. She has. And like I said a couple weeks ago, I understand why Penelope and Jordan are acting, bitter towards Andy, because from their perspective, she's been moving kind of selfishly, withholding information. And it does seem like she's definitely in a position where she's looking out for her best interest and no one else. But at the same time, if I were in Andy's position, you slap the hell out of me. Jordan, you did nothing to stop it. And I tried multiple times to be reasonable. You called me out of my name, disrespected me under my own roof, went off on me at the hospital. Get the hell out. I ain't doing nothing for you. You on your own. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to represent you. Hey, you know what, Penelope? And I'm saying this if I were Andy, not as a man, saying this to a woman. But how about this? I'll represent you, but only if I get a slap back. Like, I slap your ass one good time for you slapping me. And if you allow me to do that, then all right, we're even. We can start over. But if not, hell no. No. Nuh-uh. No. And people are like, but Jeremy, she's not a criminal attorney. And I'm like, that is true. But remember, the plot does what it does. And what's interesting is, remember when Sabrina was in jail and Andy and Danny were there to see her? And then the attorney that was trying to pin the crime on Sabrina, he called out Andy. He's like, you better get out of here before I tell the judge or whoever that you want a criminal attorney, so you're honestly not allowed to be back here. So I wonder if they're going to use that tactic so Andy wouldn't have to represent her. So there's that. I mean, this could definitely seem like a test of loyalty where, hey, if you don't represent my sister, then we know you are working against us instead of, working against Gary. No, forget you. CeeLo Green, F you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, that's enough of that. So Zach learns information that could add a new suspect to the list of those who may have stabbed Gary. So, I think this is taking place at two places where I think it's either out on the street in front of a coffee shop or in the gym. Zach's reaction to overhearing the drama between Tamara, Gary, and Hayden was hilarious. But I believe this character's name, actually, I just had it. Bear with me 1 minute. I think it begins with an L. Yeah. Actually, no. Leonard, that's another character. Dominic, a friend of Hayden's. He's in the locker room after a workout at the gym, exchanging insults with him. But the trash talking gets more pointed and closer to the bone, and maybe Dominic isn't really Hayden's friend at all. So this could be the character. But in any case, Hayden is disclosing to the his quote-unquote friend Dominic that he caught his girl and his homie going at it. Wait, you walked in on your girl and your homie together? No, I didn't walk in on them. It was actually a video. And I tried to delete it, but then I ended up putting it on the cloud. It's like, what, a sex tape? And then Zach is in the background hearing, because I don't know if this is part of him trailing Hayden's every move as Fatima suggested, or if he just so happened to be at the gym and then Hayden and this dude showed up. But Zach's reaction is priceless. And I feel like him overhearing this information is what leads to him thinking that, oh, maybe if it wasn't Hayden, then it could be Tamara. Because remember, Zach learns information that could add a new suspect to the list of those who may have stabbed Gary. Not Hayden, who was already on the board, if I'm not mistaken. So from there, we go over to the hospital. Dr. Reed's talking to Hudson. It's like, there could be some retrograde amnesia. He may never recover certain memories. And then Tamara, looking fine as I don't know what. Wait, you're saying Gary has no memory of who stabbed him? Isn't that suspicious? Like Penelope, the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Why is she there? Is she there to visit Gary? Would Gary even remember who she was? Because earlier in the trailer, Hudson, once everybody's gone, goes, huh, you really had them, and me too for a moment. And then Gary's like, wait, are we really friends? Because Hudson even thought that, okay, yeah, you're playing dumb. I see what you're doing. No, he must really have some amnesia or brain damage. Like I said, I don't know if it's from the shock of being stabbed. Didn't the doctor say that he technically either had a seizure or a stroke while undergoing surgery? So technically Gary did die, but then he came back. And then, of course, the drugs in his system probably didn't help because okay, so I think he had a stroke during surgery. Well, either way, I know the doctor said he died during surgery, but then those drugs gave him a seizure. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then he had a miraculous recovery. So, yeah, I don't know. This dude could be playing dumb, but I think those everything that's happened to his body in the past couple of days have really freaked him up, and mainly his mind. So while his body might be on the road to full recovery, his memory, that's another thing. But yeah, Tamara being there is quite interesting indeed. So, next up over at the law firm, it looks like this is after the morning workout. Robin is talking to Hayden. It's like, so what's this about you bad-mouthing Andy? Was it a mistake to give you a second chance? And wow, it's good to see a follow-up there. That way it isn't just Fatima venting to Robin about Hayden's behavior, and then Robin telling her, play nice, I'm going to turn this information I have against you over to the proper authorities. He's actually following up with Hayden to, put a lid on it because, yeah, I didn't give you the caseload so you can badmouth. I gave you the caseload so you could work. And if I'm able to forgive you, or at the very least try to move forward for the sake of the company, you need to act more professional. So yeah, I like that. I really do. And I believe we got two more things to talk about. Pam, we're over at the salon, and Aaron popped up towards the end of this episode last night and said, oh, what's enough for Miss Marie in terms of the business plan? And then Pam's like, we thought you were a silent partner. Silent? And then I looked it up, and apparently a silent partner is simply an investor of a company or a business who provides capital but is not involved in its day-to-day operations or management. He could just be swinging by to see what the investment's about, but I wonder how he's going to react to the news of, a billionaire potentially offering an investment to Roots to Riches. Is Aaron trying to have some input here, or is he just trying to get an update on how things are going since he invested? Who knows? Either way, I was shocked that Karen reacted with a smile on her face when Aaron came through the door. That was nice to see, but I wonder if we're going to get some, possible friction here in terms of how the business is being run. Now, the last thing is Danny at the airport, and there's a new character named Leonard, white 30s, or male 20s to 30s white, one of Danny's co-workers at the airport. He gets chewed out by the boss for being passive aggressive. Well, simply put, getting passively aggressively pissy when he should be working. So this has me thinking that the moment where we have Danny with the stapler, it's like, now I want to staple your ear to your jaw. Whoa, is that all you are known for? Sleeping with your boss and violence? I'm thinking Tony probably comes out of the woodworks and then chews him out, and then he and Danny have a chat, because now it's some gossip going around about the VP and one of the employees getting freaky behind the scenes. So I think now Danny is going to have to deal with some gossip, and I wonder if when she's in this leadership program, if there are going to be some whisperings going on during the meetings, and now Danny's going to feel like a fish out of water and embarrassed. So this could be very interesting as to how things play out between her and Tony in the future of their relationship. So With that being said, that is the trailer breakdown for episode 9, Missing Pieces. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.